This is my almond butter, and then a variation that I made using that, and then a drink that I make using it. And look at how creamy and delicious and natural this almond butter is. You guys have to try the recipe out.
Hi guys, I'm Sonal and welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing the recipe of almond butter with you, and I'm also going to share a variation in that. Now I have already shared a recipe of almond butter, but in that case I was using a blender to make that, so I needed a lot of ghee. And this one I'm going to make using a food processor. This is hardly a recipe, it's 2 ingredients, and that's the best part about making almond butter at home. You can control the ingredients that you put into it, as well as you can make variations as per your liking. And let's go ahead and watch the video then.
So here I have half a kg of almonds, and we are going to toast them in the oven for about 7 minutes or so, not more than that, at about 180 degrees centigrade or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And those are my almonds. I'm putting them in my food processor. Once they cool down a little bit, you want them to still be slightly warm, and the rest of it is going to take a lot of patience. Let me warn you guys. Start the food processor and let it go on for what seems like forever. So I'm going to show you the stages. Here after a couple of minutes you will see a breadcrumb kind of consistency or texture, and then you want to go back and continue. So each time I'm giving it about 1 minute run. It's getting stickier now that you can see, and a little more sticky as we go. So wait until the end to see the variation and how I make a drink using this. This is another stage of it, and you have to keep going till you get that creamy texture. Now at this point I have added about 1 teaspoon of sea salt, and this was a mistake that I made. Let me talk about it. Observe how it is getting more and more creamy. It requires time and patience. There will be times when you think that it's not happening for you, but it will. Make sure you're giving your food processor a break so it doesn't heat up too much. So I added the crystallized sea salt or chunks of it, and it did not get ground because I added it towards the end. So I would advise you guys to use powdered one.
So if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I share a lot of keto recipes here, and don't forget to click the notification bell, which is right next to it, to be notified every time that I add new recipes.
So I've poured it into a jar, and I've kept about 1/4 of the quantity in the food processor, to which I'm going to add cacao powder and instant coffee. So about 3 teaspoons of cacao powder and about 3 teaspoons of coffee. The chunks of sea salt did not bother me when I made a drink out of it because they all got blended and melted. It only mattered when using it as almond butter. Run this in the blender again, and I'm filling this in another jar. So I've poured this in the jar, and I'm going to use this mixture to make a drink, and let me show you how I do mine. It's a very simple way. So I have some leftover almond coffee cacao butter, and to this I've added about 1.5 teaspoon of fresh cream. You can add some stevia if you want, and about a cup of hot water, and you get almost a mocha kind of drink out of this. I like the taste of the salt in this. So after the salt fiasco, I made another batch immediately, and I'm going to use the previous one to make almond milk. This is 1 kg of almonds, and I made it in a blender. So I just want you guys to see that this can be done in a blender. You just need a plunger and a high powered blender like mine is. I am going to leave the link in the description if this is still available, but a Vitamix in US would work too. So you need to keep using the plunger or whatever that thing is to mix the almonds from time to time.
You don't need to add ghee as I added in my last video.
And here too you have to be patient. And let me tell you guys another use of the almond butter. So a lot of us use almond milk because we don't use the regular milk, and almond milk goes bad really quickly and it's very expensive. What I do is I just use the almond butter along with some water, and it has a toasty nutty flavor. Sometimes I feel like it's even better than the regular almond milk. It's just that you probably cannot use this in a dessert, or you could, because I do like to add a pinch of salt to my desserts too.
So you have seen how creamy and lovely the almond butter looks. I hope you guys are going to try it out. If you do, let me know in the comments section. And also, if you click pictures, send them to me on my social media handles. And thanks for watching. Bye.